Section 1. Meet the Two Dads, A Tale of Two Mindsets. This book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It is a true story about my two dads. One dad was my real father. I call him Poor Dad. He was smart and went to school for many years. My other dad was my best friend's father. I call him Rich Dad. He did not finish school but became very rich. These two dads had very different ideas about money. They taught me very different lessons about how money works. This book shares these important lessons with you. It can help you understand money much better. My poor dad was a highly educated man. He had a PhD and many other degrees. He believed in the power of school education. He always told me, go to school, get good grades, and find a safe, secure job. He worked very hard for the government. He had a steady paycheck and good benefits. But even with his good job, poor dad often struggled with money. He had many money worries throughout his life. He did not leave much money behind when he passed away. He followed the common advice, but it didn't make him rich. My rich dad was different. He never finished the 8th grade, but he was a very smart man when it came to money. He was an entrepreneur and an investor. He built many businesses from nothing. He learned about money in the real world, not just in classrooms. He understood how to make money. More importantly, he knew how to make money work for him. Rich Dad became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. He taught me the secrets of the rich. He showed me a different way to think about money and work. The biggest difference between my rich dad and my poor dad was their mindset. It was how they thought about money. Poor dad often used to say, I can't afford it. That statement would stop his thinking. It was an end. Rich Dad, on the other hand, forbade those words. He would ask himself, how can I afford it? This question opened up his mind. It forced him to think and find solutions. Your thoughts about money create your reality. Rich Dad's mindset made him wealthy. Poor Dad's mindset kept him struggling. Section 2. School Smarts versus Street Smarts, Different Paths to Success. My poor dad believed deeply in traditional education. He always said that school was the most important thing. Go to school, study hard, and get high grades, he would advise. Then you can find a good company to work for. This is the path that most people are taught to follow. It seems like the safest and most secure route to take in life. For many people, this means working as an employee for someone else. It means depending on a regular paycheck. It means following the rules and systems built by others. This path can offer some security, but it often limits true wealth. My rich dad, however, valued financial education much more. He often said, the school system teaches you how to be a good employee, not how to be rich. He believed that the rich don't work for money in the traditional sense. Instead, they learn how to make money work for them. He thought that learning about finance, investing, and business was crucial. This kind of practical money knowledge, or street smarts, is rarely taught in schools. You often have to seek it out yourself. It is learned by doing, by taking risks, and by learning from your financial mistakes. Poor Dad's advice about work was to work hard for your money. He believed in climbing the corporate ladder. He thought that getting a good salary was the main goal. He focused on promotions and pay raises from an employer. This is the typical employee mindset. You trade your valuable time and your skills for a set amount of money. The problem is, if you stop working, the money usually stops coming in. This can feel like a rat race. You are always dependent on your job for your income and security. Rich Dad's advice about work was very different. He said, learn to acquire assets that generate income. He taught me to focus on building and buying things that put money into my pocket. This is the mindset of an investor or a business owner. You build systems that create income for you. You don't just trade your limited time for money. You create sources of income that can flow to you even when you are not actively working. This is where true financial power and freedom begin. It is about owning the ladder, not just climbing it. Section 3. Money working for you, assets, liabilities, and financial IQ. To truly understand how to build wealth, you must first learn some basic words. Two of the most important words in finance are asset and liability. My poor dad, like many people, was often confused about these two terms. This confusion is a major reason why so many people struggle financially. It keeps them from making smart money decisions. Understanding the true difference between an asset and a liability is the first big step. It is a fundamental part of increasing your financial literacy. It is like knowing the basic rules of a game before you try to win. My rich dad taught me a very simple and clear definition. He said, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. And he said, a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. It really is that straightforward. You need to look at anything you own or are thinking of buying. Then ask yourself a simple question. Does this thing make me money regularly, or does this thing cost me money regularly to own and maintain? Answering this question honestly will change your financial life. You must be very clear about this difference. Many people believe that the house they live in is their biggest asset. But let's think about Rich Dad's definition. Your personal home usually takes money out of your pocket. You have to pay the mortgage every month, you have to pay property taxes, you have to pay for insurance, repairs, and upkeep. So for most individuals, their primary residence is actually a liability. An example of an asset could be a rental property that you own. The tenants pay you rent each month, and that rent money goes into your pocket after expenses. Your financial literacy is often called your financial IQ. It is your intelligence about money. It means understanding how money really works in the world. It includes learning how to read financial statements. It means knowing about different types of investments. It involves understanding how markets behave and how laws affect your money. My poor dad had a high academic IQ from school, but my rich dad had a high financial IQ from real-world experience. Schools are great for academic skills, but they usually do not teach you these vital financial skills. You must take responsibility for learning them. Section 4. Building your own ladder, investing, business, and freedom. The most common path people follow is trying to climb the corporate ladder. You get a job at a company, you work hard for many years. You hope to get promotions and move up to higher positions. This was the path my poor dad believed in and recommended. It can be a very long and slow climb to the top. And a very important thing to remember is that this ladder belongs to someone else. It belongs to the company owner. You are essentially building their dream, not always your own. If the company faces problems, your position on their ladder might become unstable. My rich dad taught me a different approach. Build your own ladder. This means focusing on investing and entrepreneurship. It means you actively create your own sources of income. This could involve starting your own business, big or small. It could mean investing your money wisely in real estate that generates rent. It could be buying shares in good companies that pay dividends. When you build your own ladder, you are in control. You are constructing your own financial future, brick by brick. This path requires courage, knowledge, and persistence. Investing is the key to making your money work hard for you. It is not just about saving money, it is about putting your saved money into things that have the potential to grow in value. Or even better, into things that produce regular income for you. This is how you truly start to build long-lasting wealth. Passive income is a very important concept here. Passive income is money that you earn without having to actively work for it on a daily basis. Rental income from properties is a form of passive income. Dividends from stocks can be passive income. Royalties from a book or invention are also passive. The ultimate goal for many is to achieve financial independence. This means you reach a point where you no longer have to work for money to live. Your assets generate enough passive income to comfortably cover all your living expenses. This gives you true freedom. It gives you the freedom to choose how you spend your precious time. You can pursue your passions, travel, or give back to your community. The very first step on this journey is to change your mindset about money. Start thinking like Rich Dad. Commit to learning about money. Focus on acquiring income-generating assets. Work towards your own financial freedom because it is possible for you.